Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial on how to clean the tip of your iron, your soldering iron. Because I teach, I end up with a lot of tips that are, they're black and the solder will not stick to them, and so I need to bring them home and clean them up. Before you unplug your iron, you should be adding some solder to the tip of it, and that's going to help to preserve the life of the tip of the iron. Okay, this is what it should look like. This is one of my irons, and before I go ahead and unplug it, it should have this coating of solder on it. And if your tip is not working properly, then I would suggest cleaning it with a Sal Block. But before I do that demo, I just want to talk a little bit about safety. It is a chemical, so you want to make sure that you're working in a well-ventilated area. I'm actually working outside right now because I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cleaning multiple irons, and so the block does smoke quite a bit. So you want to make sure that you have proper ventilation. I also use a mask, and it's probably the only time that I do use a mask. I don't really use it when I'm soldering, but when I'm using the block, I do tend to use it. I also have some lead-free solder that I'm going to use to add the coating to the tip, and some safety goggles. Okay, so I went ahead and plugged in my iron, and I'm just waiting for it to heat up. But if you know, one of the issues that I had when I was first soldering was that I couldn't find any helpful videos on how to clean the tip. It would only say to use the Sal Block. And at first, you know, I used to go like this, and it wasn't really working to clean the tips. And then I realized that you really had to take the time to clean each tip and really put some muscle and get the tip into the block. But just again, keep in mind that it is going to get really smoky, and you want to be working in a well-ventilated area. Okay, so this is the first tip that I'm going to be cleaning, and this tip is not picking up solder. It really does not stick to it, and so I need to clean it. And so I'm going to go ahead and start really pressing down on it, on the block. And I'm trying to remove all of that black scale. You see how smoky it is, which is why I'm doing this outside. Or, like I said, if I was doing this inside, I would have some windows open, I would have the doors open. Normally, because I clean a lot of them at one time, I will go ahead and do this outside. So I've been doing this for a little bit, and now I'm going to go ahead and take some lead-free solder, and I'm going to melt it onto the block using the tip of that iron, and then I'm going to continue to rub it. So I'm actually trying to recoat the tip of that iron so that it will get back to picking up the solder. And sometimes it takes a little bit, and sometimes it goes really, really quickly, but you can see that it's starting to get shiny again. I'm doing it on the end there because there was a piece on the end that was not picking up solder. So now I'm going to keep going, and I'm just wiping it quickly on my sponge, and you see that tip is back to normal. So now it's ready for me to go ahead and unplug it, because I want to make sure that this tip has solder on it before I unplug it so that it preserves the life of this tip. Okay? And that's how you clean your iron.